You heard on this show about 3D printed rockets or prosthetics or even toys. But what about a 3D printed building? Well, one foundation is doing just that. Team 4UA is building a primary school in Lviv, Ukraine, using the latest 3D printing technology. The project is part of its Hive initiative, helping to rebuild essential infrastructure. Tens of thousands of children across the war-torn nation have been left without a place to learn. And according to Ukraine's Ministry of Education and Science, more than 2,000 schools have been damaged and 330 destroyed since the war began. Team 4UA plans to open the school's doors for students in January of 2024. Jean-Christophe Bonis is founder of Team 4UA and he joins us now. Jean-Christophe, fantastic to have you on the show. Just explain Team 4UA for us and how you found yourself rebuilding schools in Ukraine.
Julia, good morning and good morning, America. Thank you for your invitation. Look, I got in like many humanitarians at the beginning of the invasion last March. And one of the main problems in Ukraine is, of course, reconstruction of the country. So we decided to introduce in Ukraine the 3D printing technology with concrete, reinforced concrete. And that's how the project began. I had a first meeting with the mayor of Lviv. He was explaining me the big problem of having 75,000 refugees inside Lviv and no home. And I asked him, why are you not printing? And that's how it began.
I mean, for most of us, the question, why are you not printing, is sort of mind-boggling, quite frankly. Why print? Why use a 3D printer to print these versus just traditional forms of construction, prefabricated buildings, for example?
Look, it's mostly a question of time. What you see around me is a school 534 square meter. It was printed in 40 hours.
Wow.
So what we need in Ukraine is structure for very, very long time, not for a couple of years. And secondly, it's not a question of cost. We need to be at the same cost than the market. It's a question of timing, how to print fast for children having school, how to print fast for people having home, how to print bridges, infrastructure, because we need to be able to rebuild a third of Ukraine.
I love your enthusiasm. Okay, so we can print all of this in 40 hours. How long does it take then to construct?
Yes.
Of course. If you're doing something like this, you need someone like you on the job, I can see. But then construction's going to take you to Jan 2024. So it does take some time, even once you've 3D printed what you need to put everything together.
Of course, when you are building a building, any type of building, you have the foundation, you have the walls. If you have a few-story building, by definition, you have few stories, and you have also the roof. All this structure can be printed. Everything else, of course, you need men to be able to get on site for doors, for heating system, electricity, and so on. And all of that will be done in this project in the next couple of months to open 1st of January.